Welcome to Tuesday Testimonies. I'm Pastor Ben Nutter with the Anchor of Coshocton, and we would like over the next few weeks just to share some testimonies of some of our members, because we all have a past, we all have, but we also have a future. God sees where we was, but He also sees where He wants us to be and where we can be in Him. So over the next few weeks, you'll see people here who are members of the Anchor, who are going to give their testimonies. I pray that you'll find yourself in those testimonies and realize that God can do for you what He has done for them. So take the next few moments and watch these videos over the next few weeks, and God bless you. Thank you for watching.
I grew up in pain and hurt that happened in my childhood and continued throughout because I hid it. I didn't know how to get help or where to go, but I was also ashamed of the pain and hurt that I was experiencing and that I had gone through as a child. And I carried that pain and hurt all through my teenage life and into adulthood. And as I got older in high school, as a senior, I would go to friends' house and drink, and my parents had no idea. They were pastor of our church, and I would go and come home and act like everything was okay and go to church the next day and think nothing of it. Have a little guilt, yeah, but I just brushed it off and would get a hold of God on Sundays, but Mondays go back to what I knew. And at 19, I couldn't live the life that I wanted to live under my parents' roof, so I decided I was moving out. And there I began to drink a little more and distance myself even further from the church. I went when services were, but I wasn't fulfilling the calling that God had placed on my life. Some more hurt came to my life, and with that came church hurt, which can be some of the hardest hurt to get over. At that point, I felt like I was just done with God, that this was forever going to bear on me. And I began to drink even more, and I began to make friends with people who I should not have hung around. But I knew deep down that I needed to be in church, and I found an independent church in the town that I was living in and began going there. And I knew that what they believed wasn't full truth, but I was going somewhere. In my mind, I was okay. And while going there, I received a job offer in a corporate America and how big it was going to be, and especially from the small retail jobs that I had held. And there was an individual in the church that came to me and he said, "You need to be careful. Where you're going, there's a lot of spirits and there's a lot of people that will influence you. Be careful." I brushed it off thinking he was just off his rocker, and I went on and took the job and made friends with people who didn't want to help me find Christ, but to lead me further. And more drinking, more friends that were in bad influence in my life. Got so bad I was depressed and I had bad anxiety, and at night I would have to call my dad and have him pray for me over the phone just to give me a peace to sleep at night. I wouldn't be able to breathe, and just the anxiety controlled me. But when he called upon the name of God, the peace came into my room. One time though, I was just over trying. I felt like every time I tried to live right, God, I would try to live right for God, and then I'd fail. One night I drank so much that I blacked out, and I don't remember much of that night, but when I woke up, it scared me. And I knew from then, I can't keep doing this. And I found a church that believed truth, and they helped me, and they loved me. And from there, I moved and found a church called The Anchor. And it's where I met my now wife. And we have a beautiful daughter. And we're now the children's ministry directors of Anchor of Coshocton, because we have people praying for us. And even in my time of doubt, in my time of going the wrong way, God still loved me. And I'm so thankful for his love and peace that he has given me.